it.
Maybe. But then why did
So in the meantime, while I'm listening to my audiobook, I'm trying to make a folder that will fit inside of my daily journal that I have, which I call my anything journal. I better turn that down.
Susan faltered when talking.
Maybe I'll just pause it till I'm done. So that's what I'm trying to do, is to try and make something that goes in my daily journal that I use. It's like a Fodori. And I want something that can stay in this book that I store papers in. Because right now I have my, what I call my bad envelope. And that's where if I have bad, rotten things happen, I put them in there. I write them down and I put them in there, and then I can burn them up, and I can read them and burn them up and get rid of them. And I don't have to read it over and over in my diary journal that I have stored. So there's that. And then I like to keep spare paper, because if I'm traveling and I bring my journal, I want to store some extra paper. And here's my little journal, and it's like the Midori style. We'll just say that. And then it's the kind that has the sewn together booklets, and then they slip into elastic. And mine's getting pretty stuffed, but I use it daily. And I made it from canvas and paper on the inside. And so I put a piece of packaging, free packaging that I got, and used it for sort of like what they call a dashboard, and just, you know, store stickers in that I want to use in there. And then I have my journal that I work on and glue things in and write in and all that stuff. And what I do is I make a booklet and I label the month or date, the month or year on there, and then when I'm done, I just make a new one and I just slip this one out, and then I just file this one away somewhere. And it's got a calendar too that I make, a month at a glance calendar that's on with elastic as well. And I have my little stencil that I use to color in there, but anyway, that comes off and gets stored, and this gets stored when I'm done, and I just pop in a new journal booklet. But what I usually do with these booklets is I make little pockets in them, and that way I can store little bits and pieces of paper and all that at the front and the back. And then I thought, rather than making them each and every time with the new booklets, I could make a folder that I can keep in there. So that's what I'm going to do today. Oh, and by the way, I also took my sewing machine and one of those page protectors, and then I just took and folded that in half and creased it good here, and then I just sewed it down there, and I keep my stickers that I can use. You know, office supply stickers, just dollar store, ones that I printed myself, stickers. And then when the feeling strikes me, I can just whip one there and whip it out and put it into use it in my journal. Okay, so that's what I'm going to do. Just take these out right now because I need to use the thing as a template. Hopefully I can show it. If not, then this video will never make it to my YouTube channel. Oh. Pardon the cookie crumbs. Okay, so that's what I'm left with. And I thought that I would try to kind of use this as a template. And just kind of do some do some little marks there and there. And I think might want to make it a bit bigger than this. I don't know. I'll just go right ahead and do that. In the meantime, I'm going to listen to my
How she
story.
didn't feel well and wanted to stop, but Jim didn't understand what was happening. She kept second-guessing herself, trying to remember the exact order of events, or what something felt like. After the tumble down the hill, the story went on smoothly. Anna guessed that was the part Susan had told many times already. Anna took a moment to collect her thoughts. "It sounds to me like you were scared." Susan's lip twitched in disgust. "I was, but that's no reason to attack someone. Sometimes when an animal feels cornered and scared, they'll bite, even if they normally wouldn't. People don't bite. Maybe werewolves do. Remember how you said things feel different when you're a wolf? Maybe you have different instincts. That's still not an excuse. You're looking for a reason to feel bad about this, aren't you? And you're looking for a way to get me off the hook," Susan snapped. She grabbed her pillow, mashing it into her face, letting herself scream into it. They sat together in silence for a moment before Susan lowered the pillow again. "Maybe I want to feel bad about this. It's my fault no matter how you look at it. It's also an accident no matter how you look at it. It's not like you planned this, and you obviously regret it. You have to cut yourself some slack. This whole situation is off the charts bizarre. Maybe you're right, but what do I do about this whole thing? Do I go to the cops and tell them to lock me up? Do I head for the hills and isolate myself so I can't hurt anybody again? Well, for now, let's take some time to think about everything. It's a lot to take in. Give yourself some time to feel bad and to grieve for Jim. This is going to hit everyone hard. I can't imagine Jim's family. God, what have I done?" Susan slumped forward. Anna grabbed Susan's shoulder, pulling her up again. "We'll get through this. I promise." Susan reached over and hugged Anna around the shoulders. "But what if I do it again? What if I'm dangerous? Then put it to the test. Go out into the bush and change. See if you feel like a crazed killer, or like you did when you changed in front of me. It could be dangerous. For the bears, maybe."
No!
Susan snorted into Anna's shoulder. "Yeah, right. I should try it, though." Anna wanted to reassure Susan and tell her that she wouldn't hurt anyone, but there was no way to be sure, so she held on to Susan's shoulders, hoping she was the one who was right. That concludes Chapter 5. Runaway is currently available for you to listen to for free. I will release a new chapter every week until the book is finished. But if you can't wait to find out what happens, the ebook is available through Kobo and Amazon. Just search for Sabine Wilder or get a direct link from my website at sabinewilder.com. I'd love to hear from you. If you have any questions, comments,
Well,
or would like to
hopefully
give
I
me
haven't
feedback,
screwed that up
you
too
can always
badly.
email me at sabine@sabinewilder.com. Don't forget to rate this podcast.
Maybe I
and
can
help
go
me grow.
like this and
Thank
miter
you for
the
listening
corner.
and have a pleasant night.
No, that's probably not going to work, is it?
Welcome to the podcast for Runaway. I'm the author, Sabine Wilder, here to read my book to you. Let's get started. Chapter 4, Date. Susan practically vibrated with excitement.
No, not
She was
chapter
going on
4.
a date with Jim Shen. She couldn't believe she had asked him out. More unbelievable still, he had said yes. Susan called in Anna for an
Chapter 6,
emergency.
actually. There you
Here
go.
to read my book to you. Let's get started. Chapter 6, Fenris. The brown 1973 Hornet pulled off the road into an unremarkable motel parking lot. The woman driving stared apprehensively at the graying siding of the motel before cutting the engine. Evie Burns took her time getting out of the car, despite the fact that her younger brother Les had already bounded around to her side, anxious to be on her way. The boy smiled easily
What
as
to
he
do?
reached out to pat the hood of the car. "Good thing we made it." "You dead with the Hornet?" Evie questioned him. "Nah, more like the driver." Evie shot at her iciest glare. Les raised his hands and surrendered.
I have seen a really super nice
Just joking around. I know. Evie sighed.
video from this
This was
one
how Les
woman.
dealt with stress. He meant well, even if
Oh, I
his
can
antics
never
were
remember
done.
names when I want to remember
Les had a
names.
lighthearted
YouTube
nature that
channel
balanced
names.
out Evie's seriousness. But the siblings
I'm
were
not going to
always
say, but she made a five pocket
short and stocky, with
folder.
tan skin, dark hair.
I kind of don't want a 5-pocket folder. I just want a thinner
He
one.
looked nothing like his tall,
So,
fair sister with piercing blue eyes. It amused Evie to
here's
watch
my
Evie
attempt,
struggle to
making a thinner one.
the idea of her little siblings. Conflict was fierce and necessary. Just so. Evie led the way down a row of elevators before stopping in front of the sixth one. Her heart pounded at her chest, raising her knuckles to rap on the floor. A flurry of commotion rustled inside before it grew quiet and the door opened. The young man who answered jumped back when he saw her standing
I
at the
did it
threshold.
like that.
Miss Burns, we weren't expecting you until we drove all night. Evie pushed past him into the room. Pleasantries were great.
No, that
That's
doesn't
not
look.
what she
I
is
don't
doing.
like that idea
Inside,
either.
one of the
Let's
beds
cut
had
that
been
out.
pushed to the side to make more room among the small
cut
tables
that out.
covered with papers and computers.
Oh,
The
I'm
door
not
to the
listening to my
adjoining room
story.
was open, and a portly, middle-aged man stormed through, his face lighting up crimson. His sandy hair was giving way to white, and his mustache bristled until his eyes fell on his guests.
Well, I'm using my iPhone to record this,
It's good
so
to see you again. Come in,
I don't know
come
how
in.
good
It's
I
a
can.
blasted mess in here, but we'll fix that for you. Don't worry about it,
How
Walter.
good I can,
Not on my account. Evie stepped forward, meeting Walter with a hearty handshake.
Can I leave it like
Well,
that?
at least you'll let me introduce you to the team. Walter gestured at the others gathered in the room. A woman and a man, both dressed in
I don't
black.
know how. Sorry, I got to
How many
finish
of
my
you are
thoughts.
there? Evie scanned the room.
I don't
sensing
know
that
how
there were
well I can
5, including myself.
edit.
One team
because I
is
use
out
that
at the moment, but we can
capture.
fill you in. Walter pulled out a chair for her at the cluttered table.
Kind of like
That's a
it
lot
this
for
way.
this type
I'm gonna
of
pause that again.
investigation. Evie felt her hands.
I'm gonna make it this way because I feel like if I just glued it along the bottom here, if I glued it along the bottom, then it could, and I didn't glue, these parts here, it could allow for a little bit of give, a little bit of where it could actually, put, store a lot of paper in there. So that's it, I think. That's it. And of course, I can never measure anything beautifully and perfectly like I do, like some of those gals do. Thankfully, there are some like me that can't measure anything straight, so just rig it up as best you can. And that's going to be my little paper keeper thingy. Okay, and I'm just going to lay in some, I'm going to do some adhesive on the bottom. Yes, I could actually put it that way too, because I like that. I like seeing that where it says name and the little. So I can flip it inside out. I kind of like that. Just doesn't want to be straight. Of course, I don't have my bone folder out here. I have a craft room, but I'd rather be out here in my kitchen. And so I do a lot of, I do quite a bit of crafting right here on my kitchen counter. Okay, and yeah, hopefully that's going to be, I think that's going to do, and then if I don't like it, I can improve on it later. Okay, and if I don't hurry up, it's going to be, what did I say? Well, if I don't hurry up, then this is going to be a god-awful, unbearably long video. But you're welcome to go. and slide it back, you know, and speed me up or whatever. I have to do this, I think. Put a wedge out of there because, yeah, I'm sure I can probably go ahead and do a ton better than this. And I would if I was making this for someone, but I just want to use this right now today, so that's the reason why it's just kind of slapped together like this. Oh my goodness. Is it going to work? I hope so. No. So I want to do it like this. No. Okay. You know, nothing's unforgivable too badly. So we can just that, like this. And then if you wanted to, you can paint the outside or leave it plain or whatever you want to do, because it's your journal and you're doing it, so you can do whichever way you want, and that's perfect for you. Like so. Okay, and then I'll just erase all the pencil marks on the outside, and but in the meantime, I'll try it out in my book, in my journal. So, just that wraparound one that goes through all of them. Looks like it's not even going to fit. Okay. Well, okay, so if that happens, we know what to do. We can just, of course I don't have that. Okay, so in that case, if you don't, you can take a hole punch and then just punch the crease that folds, or you can just go ahead and you can just cut a little notch out like this and like this. And that will help that not to buckle too badly. Yeah, I can see the issue though is that because I have two, you know, this is folding around two elastics rather than just one like the booklets are. But yeah, that seemed to have helped a bit. Okay, I see. It's just kind of tearing. Okay, well, it's just going to do. And then I'll just go ahead and load it all back up the way I wanted it. This is another one that, here, like that. And oops, this one I can do it with one elastic rather than both. Oh, that's the other one. In there. Okay. And that just broke. So I'll put that back together after. And my calendar goes in there and goes in there. Paper like that, and hopefully that will be, oh boy, it's much fatter now, but I can still close it. So, and that's it. Hopefully that was some good ideas. I don't know. That's it.